Okay, guys, I am back, and I think I'm going to have my mic more centralized here because, as far as I can tell and as far as I'm aware, it's much easier to understand what I'm saying when the mic is so close to where I am. So when it's off to the side, it's a lot harder for me to tell what I'm saying in my pods, even though the microphone is only like 2 feet or so away from my face. So yeah, I might just like move this mic more central like that in order to reach the keyboard and then be like, I think that makes a lot more sense for my upcoming Wrath of the Lich King streams for tomorrow and let's see, what was I saying? Of course, for my other 3 streams for Wrath tomorrow, Spiritfarer, and Phoenix, I'll have the microphone in this central position. I'll check those VODs again just to confirm what I was seeing, that or hearing, that it's easier to understand me when the microphone is closer to my voice and face. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick on the game for our 41st episode of Hearthstone. Wow, guys, wow. Quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Donations, Venmo, Stormer Show, for those of you that would like to support the show through financial means. I don't have plans for a Patreon yet, but if and when the channel's popularity grows or takes off, I might have one at that point. Okay. And yeah, I mean, if I had a tower desktop instead of a laptop, that might also make it easier for me setup wise, but I haven't been able to get a desktop yet, so that's the reason why I've had to keep adjusting for my WoW streams. Okay, alright, let's see, guys. Okay, here we go, folks. Alright, this minute though. March of the Lich King. Cash only, not very happy about that. Yeah, basically all this stuff is cash only. Sucks. What are we free to play players supposed to do, Blizzard? You're not making it easy on us. Let's see, we got Rogue, Demon Hunter, friend, standard, I guess. We'll see if it works. We'll give him 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyone else? Not that I can see. I think I'll just pitch that quest. It's fine. And we'll pitch this one. Yeah. Okay, battle crying it up today. Okay, let's see. We've got just macaws. Web spinners are so passe. Macaws in their hand. Macaws are the future. Take flight with a deck of 23 jewel macaws and 7 random class spells. I think I'll play Demon Hunter for this. I believe that Hunter would have better synergy. Perhaps Druid. Ultimately, what I want to pay attention to is the viewer experience. So, like, how is my stream and show perceived to someone who might be watching it? Because I want to be able to blame the algorithm as much as possible for any lack of success in my channel. I don't want to blame myself for a perhaps lack in quality of the show itself. Because I can always say, like, oh, you know, I'm not getting views because of YouTube. I'm not getting views because of Google. traffic just is not being directed to my channel. People aren't seeing that I'm reminding people to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as such, I have 4 subscribers. That all makes sense if the show's quality is a high enough caliber, right? If people aren't watching the show because they can't see me, they can't see my videos, they can't hear what I'm saying, then I know that there are adjustments that I need to make on my side. And yeah, it's a work in process, a work in progress. Trying to get the best setup for you all. Okay, check. Yeah, I think it's fine volume-wise. Not too powerful. Okay, he's gonna be Hunter. Gurabashi Chicken. Let's see. Macaw. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Maybe we should have done this first, just in case. Oh, I thought that was a secret, but actually it's a quest. Toxic Reinforcement. Use your hero power 3 times. Summon 3, 2, 1 leopard gnomes. Shouldn't be too hard for him, actually. Just like using our hero power should be hard for us. We're probably going to kindly grandmother next turn. We could also go big on board. I actually like that plan. See what we got, you know? Okay, we got a Cave Hydra, Selfish Shellfish. Try saying that 5 times fast. Selfish Shellfish. Selfish Shellfish. See, I'm already doing it. Selfish Shellfish. Selfish Shellfish. Selfish Shellfish. I have to slow down because otherwise I'm going to mess it up. Selfish Shellfish. Selfish Shellfish. Selfish Shellfish. Selfish Shellfish. Like, it's easy one time, but once you start multiplying it, it's dang near impossible. Explosive. Pretty much predicted. Let's go ahead and repopulate this board. Let's go Hydra. Macaw. I'm not going to hero power here. I need to regain momentum on board. Donk the Raptor. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, it may attack again. Actually quite good for Demon Hunter, since we're always able to attack practically with our hero power. Grotesque Bark Stripper. Destroy random enemy minion. Ew, we might be a little bit low on damage. 3, 4, yeah. For sure we are low on damage. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Pass turn. Princess Hoo-Hoo Run could potentially synergize with our kindly grandmother. Anti-synergy with Selfish Shellfish. Well, it depends on how many cards he gets. Also got Moonfang. Can only take 1 damage at a time. Might be okay for him, depending on how many Jeweled Macaws he still has in hand. Aim shot, deal 3 damage. Your next hero power deals 2 more damage. Okay. Should I hoo-hoo here or not? I kind of want to do this. It's only 3-2, right? Okay, I gotta take a look at my life. Like, I actually need to take a look at my life because I'm only at 15. He has the ability to deal direct damage with his hero power. He's also dealing 4 damage now, so getting a little low. I need to make sure I'm staying on top of this board. Yeah. As much as humanly possible, I can stay on top of the board and not trade. Trading is bad. I'm not sure how good this is going to be. I can try to Shellfish to try to catch up. If he doesn't have any removal in hand, that could help speed me towards the end of the game. Brand an enemy minion. When it takes damage, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Less useful for his little 1/1s that are about to die. I'm gonna do this. This will work, right? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, we're gonna throw him out. Okay, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Okay. We essentially want him to be on board the paint train because we don't want to die. He dies before we do, then we win the game. Yeah, we win the game. So yeah. I might be able to chain combo with Sinful Brand, but I think this is a game anyway. He doesn't have removal, I have lethal on board. Yeah, I don't even need to trade. I actually could have done the Gonk. Actually, no, I couldn't. I was thinking I actually could have done the Gonk combo to get me another hero power triggered to potentially complete this quest quicker, but actually I didn't have enough mana for that, so actually never mind. I only had 8 mana, so I would have been able to hero power 1 time, Gonk, attack. It would have re-upped, but I wouldn't have been able to do it again at that point. Castle Nathria Warlock. Nice. My collection has gotten abysmal. Like, it's a lot harder for me to make decks now and yeah, do different things. Demon Hunter or Hunter, or Rogue, actually. Demon Hunter or Rogue. We're going to want to take it into Wilds. And I believe Thief Reno. I can actually alternate between Reno and Thief Reno. Because I know Thief Reno and Reno Oak are both Reno decks. Be right back, though. I need to use the bathroom. Stand by, stand by. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that sub. Okay, I'm back, guys. Hey, sure I don't have toothpaste on my face, right? I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this goes. Sometimes you've had like a nightmarish experience on ladder. 5 wins at times. It seemed like a Herculean task, but we'll see how it goes today. It really just depends on our RNG and what kind of matchups we have on ladder. We aren't really playing a net deck. It's been a while since we played a net deck on ladder, as a matter of fact.
I bring the fury of the elements. I have had enough of this.
All of our decks are pretty much homebrew. Lately, at least. I only really net deck when it comes to Tavern Brawls lately. And that's mainly because I want to get my pack. I don't want to have to keep, you know.
I see you've brought love.
Going through the Sisyphean task of trying to win games with bad decks. A lot of references to Greek mythology today. Looks like these windows aren't breaking. Let me see if I can fix my back. That's the only problem I have with my setup is I tend to hunch over like Quasimodo because of my setup. Like I have to lean forward because A, the microphone, and B, the chair. Like the chair itself is one of those gamer chairs that have the arch backs, so you can't really sit like, I can't really sit like this with the chair on my back. Like I have to lean back into my chair, and I can somewhat fix this by pushing in the little lever down there and preventing it from rocking back. But I've always found this to be more comfortable.
You never know what you're gonna catch.
I'm gonna go ahead and race out the Baron's Trapper. Hopefully this isn't a mistake. He may have a removal for it, but the way I see it, there's really never gonna be a better time to play her.
The time has come to dethrone.
I can always try to combo her at a later point in time. I combo her like turn 6, 7. Straight makes perfect sense.
No escaping now.
We're gonna go ahead and clear this board. But I think the Baron's Trapper is much better in the early game. At least in the context of this game. Let me see if I can scoot my chair out. That might help fix matters. Okay, I think that's about as far forward as I can get, practically. I could potentially move my microphone a little bit closer to where I am too, by setting it on my keys instead.
I am the rage of our queen.
I've never seen this card before. Radiance of Ajara. Fire spell damage plus 2. Your nature spells cost 1 less. After you cast a frost spell, gain 3 armor. Very interesting. I've never seen this card before. Unstable Evolution. Why does it cost 0 though? Am I missing something? Oh, because of Radiance of Ajara's effect. Okay, I was just a little bit confused there. So can he just keep Unstable Evolutioning ad nauseum then? Repeatedly doing it? Because Unstable Evolution only costs 1 mana. So I think he made a misplay there then. Because yeah, he would have been able to just spam Unstable on his 2/3 to make it potentially pretty big. I at least thought it was spammable, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it only applies to the first spell or something, I'm not sure. Maybe he made a mistake, hard to say. We are in the Bronze League, so anything's possible. Cartoon. And the good thing about this card is he will protect the Trapper. That's the good thing about it. Trapper will also allow us to play the Coil Fang Warlord next turn, which is really nice, because he should set the stage for a nice, smooth Chromagus play. Devolving Missiles. Okay, not good. That synergizes funnily enough, but he's going to devolve it, sadly.
I stand in wonder.
Yeah, he went ahead and popped off both of those. Interestingly. Lenshin is sadly not good here. Actually, we could use her to get a Babbling Book back, but I would much rather use her later in the game to get back either Raid Boss Oni or N'Zoth. I feel like that would be a much more impactful Barista Lenshin. Although I could play her here to get back a Babbling Book, but I don't. I think that's actually not the best play. It might be an okay play because you can pull back the Babbling Book, play the Babbling Book, get another spell. If the spell is good in this game, I mean, it could have been a great play, but again, there's so much RNG because it's a random spell. A random mage spell, so it might not have been good. It's the only problem. Alright, we're probably gonna Chaos Nova this board. I could try to Chromagus, but the only problem with Chromagus is it's so slow that I don't feel comfortable doing that. Let's see. I believe I trade. Oh snap! I can't trade. What does this do? That's actually fine. Interestingly, this isn't gonna pull anything. That's the only problem. We have nothing in our hand that costs 4 or less. So he actually would not pull anything. Could Coil Fang Warlord as well next turn, so we don't need to worry too much about falling behind on board this turn. He has only 3 cards in hand additionally, so it's unlikely that he will be able to overwhelm us on board. Yeah, exactly. Stoneclaw Totem. That's a very interesting play. I think I'm actually going to do it.
Life and hope of will fight.
Pretty powerful, actually. Big old whelp. A lot of Battle Cry guys. I'm going to go ahead and play them. Sure, the new Onyxia, why not? There was something else there that I think would have been a good option. The other Chromagus, but I think two Chromagi would have been too slow. Far too slow for a game Hearthstone. You could do it if you're feeling gutsy, but yeah, in this matchup I don't trust it. Familiar Wave. Very interesting. What does that do? Transform enemy minions into ones that cost 1 less, friendly ones that cost 1 more. Okay, you went with the Doppelgangster combo there. That's what happened. Okay. It could clear his board here, right? Without too much difficulty. Interesting. Very interesting.
I grow impatient.
Yeah, she's a superstar. So I could go like this. Can I clear? I think I have to pick and choose. It's the only problem. You gotta pick and choose. You can't get things confused. She's only gonna pull that back. Trying to think if there's anything better that we have to do. I actually don't think so. I think that's actually a fine white maid. May not be the best white main, but it's certainly not the worst. Getting back in 8-8. Might be game winning actually. Like, I think he's out of steam. Explosive evolution. Okay, second time getting mage scribe, but again, I don't think that's gonna be enough. With our board being the way it is. And yeah, we actually don't have anything that costs 4 or less. Interestingly.
Out of your depth.
There are not many things.
Can you get a spell?
For the Crusade! I still remember the Scarlet Crusader from way back in the day. For the Crusade!
Tiny flies, flee before me.
And even that's not that threatening. Even that's not that threatening. Like that. Malagos, yeah, that Malagos is a strong card, but I would say it's actually not as strong as the original Malagos. The original Malagos actually buffed your spells. And there were some really fun builds that you could do with old Malagos. Like you could put him in different mage decks, rogue decks. And he was a staple, I think, in old Miracle Rogue. Because he would take your Sinister Strikes and make them, like, deadly. Like, you would basically turn them into mini Pyroblasts.
Illidan versus Valera.
And yeah, that was actually a pretty fun deck. Like, you could head crack,
I have had enough of this.
head crack, head crack. And I don't know, maybe we could try making a deck like that. With Yogs for flavor. Hey, run it ball. Okay. Well, these are pretty much bad. Yeah, so you could like Malagos, Shadow Step, play Malagos again, head crack, coin, like head crack, coin, Sinister Strike, coin, Sinister Strike, and you do like what is that? 23 damage in one turn. Just that combo right there is 23 damage. So think about that. It was a pretty fantastic deck back in the day, Miracle Rogue. Like, I don't know if it would be effective in the modern 40 health meta, but with Thorson, maybe. Like, actually, maybe with Thorson. And yeah, it wouldn't be a Reno deck, I don't think, because you need to double up on certain spells. But you could do Prince Randall potentially. Do double Gadget Zan, Malagos, Azure Drake, maybe Azure Drake.
The time has come.
In old Miracle build Rogue, you would like a healthy amount of spell damage minions. Because those minions, again, power up your spells. Whenever you didn't have Malagos on board, oh, here we go. You could use your spell power minions to buff those spells. I might just concede this game, because this is probably one of the least fun matchups in Hearthstone Mill. And then, unlike in Magic, there really is no counter to the strategy, especially for a deck like this. Like, if you're playing a deck like this, it's basically GG. Because you're going to be far too slow. Once we finally get momentum on board, he's basically going to vanish. I might concede. Just to not have to deal with this. Expect him to play that card like 2 or 3 times in a row now, and we're going to draw several more cards. with us having 40 cards, Renathal does somewhat help hedge against the strategy, but really, again, if you're running a slower deck, you're basically going to be screwed. Skunked. Yeah. Like, there's actually nothing I can do, because I'm going to be way too slow to be able to answer this. Eviscerate. Oh, backstab. Okay. Swindle, draw a spell and a minion. Let me guess, it's going to be more of these. I'm just going to concede. Again, this deck is simply not built to deal with this. Like, it's just not.
Incredible.
Yeah, not that incredible, dude. Okay, I guess. Yeah, let's try swapping this custom rogue out for an old miracle build. Let's try it. It won't be a Reno deck, but both Yogs will be in the deck for sure. Okay, we want these, we want these, we want these, we want these. Let's see, what else do we want? Anything that deals damage. Conceal could be really good too. I forgot about that card. Because you can conceal your Gadgetzans, you can conceal your Spell Power Minions, you can conceal Malagos. And if your opponent doesn't have a full board clear, it's basically GG at that point. I wonder if it would make sense to get any spells in here that are from another class. Because if we can get any direct damage spells, like most classes have a spell I think they can deal direct damage. Like Paladin does with Hammer of Wrath and Consecrate. Mage has Fireball, of course, and Frostbolt. Rogue has Eviscerate. Let's build out the other cards first. I think I'm going to be running... was Cold Blood in the deck? Cold Blood used to be in the Reno, not Reno, sorry, Leroy Jenkins decks, I know that. Yeah, you used to be able to do Shadow Step combos with Leroy too. Yeah, you love spell power. And you like these too. You definitely like those. I want to say the deck was running these light removals. It was running these. Might have to look it up, because my memory is not that great. So frustrating. Like, the keyboard sucks on my iPhone. Yeah, this deck was a terror on ladder for like the longest time. Deadly Poisons. And this is saying one sap. Yeah, it's saying one sap. Edwin Van Cleef. Edwin Van Cleef has since changed. It no longer combos with every card that was previously played. So that could be an issue. Yeah, it could be an issue for this deck. Fan of Knives is in the deck. Yeah, you just run 2 fans. SI7, which we could probably find something better than SI7 in the modern version of the game. Yeah, Dalnos. Yeah, we're going to want Renathal for sure. Yeah, this guy. We want the Auctioneers. these guys. I'd say Thalnos is pretty much an auto-include in this type of deck. Anything that does those types of things are things that you want in the deck. This is saying Loot Hoarder. Not sure if we need a Blade Flurry. And again, this might have been before the Blade Flurry nerf, too, because Blade Flurry actually got nerfed. It used to deal damage to everything, and that was a wonderful time for rogues, because you could potentially use Blade Flurry to finish the game. about this deck. And we want both Malagai and we want Thorson. Thorson is like a staple as well in this deck. He's going to reduce everything, and then you're going to be able to Malagos and combo more spells. Okay, so let's look up damage. This deck cares a lot about damage. Spell damage, I'm not even entirely sure if we need Deadly Poison and Blade Flurry anymore, because as you can see, Blade Flurry got massively nerfed. It only deals damage to enemy minions now. So that is only, specifically only good for board clears. It is also going to be harder to get miracle finishes because of Renathal being in the game. We could potentially get around that with Head Cracks Sustain, but it will be harder to OTK your opponents and finish your opponents in miracle fashion because everyone has 40 life now, basically, as opposed to 30. This would be a great card, Garrote. Yeah, Garrote is amazing. If I had enough dust, I can maybe consider crafting 2 of those. Yeah, this card is great. United in Stormwind, yeah, it's a great card for this deck. It's great. Jade Shuriken can also be good. Tooth is great. I'm thinking maybe spell damage minions. What about Blood in the Water? Deal 3 damage to an enemy, summon a 5/5 shark with Rush. Seems a bit clunky. Like a bit too chunky. I think this deck really likes small casting cost spells. Like Garrote is amazing in this deck. Too bad I don't have 2 of those, because that would be amazing. This card could be good as well, but the only problem with this card is it's undamaged. I wish it just said deal 3 damage, because that would be amazing. Like, that card would be actually amazing in this deck if it just said deal 3 damage. This card is great. And then we want 2 spell damage, like, great, got, like, heart, what am I trying to say? 2 spell damage heavy hitters. So, usually you'd have Azure Drake in this. We could still have Azure Drake. Let's see, is there anything that would be better than Azure Drake, though, in this deck? This would be pretty good. Evolve Kobold. Anything that has like a lot of spell damage is better. I would say 2 Azure Drakes for now, because I don't think there's hardly anything that's better than Azure Drake in this deck. Like, Azure Drake is pretty dang good. It does everything that this deck cares about, which is drawing cards and dealing additional spell damage. Steward of Scrolls we could go for. I wonder if we should swap out a sap for it. Because it does say discover a spell. It's like, how many rogue spells deal a lot of damage? Spellweaver. Is Spellweaver better than Azure Drake, though? I actually don't know. Twice the moisture wicking apricot spells. And apparently this is core set. It must have been changed, because I don't remember that being a classic card. And then there's Moonkin as well. But the problem with these minions is they cost a lot of mana. Azure Drake cycles, and it also increases spell damage. So that's extremely good in the context of this deck. I would say that based on what I understand about this deck, Spellweaver would be actually better than Darkmire Moonkin, because although it's true the Darkmire Moonkin's harder to remove, because it's a higher cost, it's more reliant on Thorson to combo. So that's a factor. Skullman's Academy, this card was from. And the classic Archmage. Are you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. So that's pretty much our deck. It's too bad there isn't another card that does what Thorson does, because Thorson is incredible in this deck. I don't know, I would maybe even say Steward is better than Spellweaver. Simply because it discovers a spell. Although I think with this style deck, you're never going to be hurting for spells. I think that's safe to say. You can always try a couple games and just see how they work out. Okay, disenchant our extras. Okay, this is pretty much it. Should we swap out the sap? Or keep both saps in? Yeah. I feel like we're gonna pretty much be like non-existent on board for the early game. Like even though the curve looks like this, like we're basically not gonna show up on board until like turn 5 or 6 with our Azure Drakes. Steward could be good because it could give us more presence on board. Taking a look, guys. For now, I think this is going to be our build. I think we've got enough going on here where I think it's fine. And I mean, we could drop this Malagos and then conceal him also. It's not as devastating as this Malagos concealed, but still pretty good. And to my knowledge, there aren't any other blue dragons. Oh, whoops. This would be an interesting addition, Mana Reservoir. Wasn't there the evolved kobold that had +2 spell damage? Oh yeah, there was Ancient Mage. I remember that. I think Ancient Mage is better though if you have more minions and less spells. Like I don't think Ancient Mage would be good in this deck at all, because I think more often than not, you're going to be looking for minions to play. I think this evolved kobold would be a lot better. So all of these would be 4 damage. There are some games that like Thorson's just gonna win for you with this deck. Okay. Let me try a Thief Reno game and then I'll try a Miracle game. Especially if I lose. Amazon. Why was your Cyber Monday such a failure? I might check it out again tomorrow, but if things are going, I'm gonna return that computer.
Valera versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
Remember my blades.
Okay, I think maybe I should just pitch that. Okay, let's see. Is he running Renathal? Okay, they're still going back there. Still going up here.
I see you've brought guests.
Sunday 3-parter. Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
It's a good day for a fight.
Sit back. Move this over so it's not quite in the way. I wonder if I should coin this. X pretty good. Darn Sentinels also pretty good. Let me try the Sentinel.
Choose soon.
Almost never go with Sentinel in this.
Has come to dethrone our former master.
This is a good combo for us.
I am the harvester of wrath. Would you like to learn why?
Wow. Wow. The card is quite strong. For the rest of the game, his totems have +2 attack. That's crazy. What makes it even crazier is that, I mean, if this is a totem deck, that's kind of devastating. Like, I don't know how the heck we're going to come back from that. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this card. Like, that seems kind of broken to me. Like, broken in the, this is kind of outrageously powerful kind of way. Because, like, Totem Shaman used to be not the most popular deck on ladder, but it used to be competitive. Like, I remember having different builds of Totem Shaman that got pretty high on ladder. And it's because of how much raw synergy there is in that style deck. And you guys are going to kind of see it this game, like it's pretty powerful. I'm wondering if I should triple coin Dragon Queen next turn. I think that's the correct play, actually. As opposed to removing this now.
My compliments.
Seized.
You cannot understand the purpose.
Dude, this card is freaking outrageous. This Stone Right. Crazy. Crazy card. And this deck doesn't really seem optimized to me.
Life and hope of Will fighting.
Something good.
Incredible. You've got me fired up.
It's fine. You really just need to take control of the board. Yeah, I haven't seen any Totem Callers. I haven't seen any of the Flame Tongues. Like, I'm telling you, Totem Shaman was actually quite powerful back in the day. Like, there were enough cards in Totem Color, in Totem Shaman, that like there was total synergy in the deck. Okay, it looks like he's not going to give me the option of bouncing Alex. Pretty smart actually, because if I could Tenmu that, it's probably GG. Yeah. I fully expect
Life at any
what
cost.
do I do now, oh Magic Conch? Tenwu seems good. Don't let me die!
Life and hope.
Dragon Queen again.
Fighting.
And actually we could Perditions on top of that.
Our hammers echo in the deep.
Okay. Okay, that was actually a mistake. I should have done this first. Whoops. Whoops, doopsie daisies. Alright, we're gonna go like this. Pew. Pickpocket. Which ones can I play? Guess this.
Now we're cooking.
Okay, who is the most threatening one? You're pretty bad.
Cold, sharp steel.
See, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. I think we should just run this out. Yeah, mistake on my part. I should run that out first. Whoops. But great combo by us with the Dragon Queen combo. Yeah, that was great. Potentially game winning if we got better dragons like that. Probably could have been game right there, but yeah, we kind of got scuffed on the dragon options that we got. Like these are not the best dragons that we could have had, but it's fine. We got them for free, so what are you gonna say? We're at 14 life though, so we need to be watchful about that. Steady as she goes. Looking at a new hero power pretty soon. I could either get it with Surratt or Pickpocket. Still Perditions. I don't want to do too much trading because I am quite low in life. Yeah, that was a great combo by us. That Tenwu combo, like that. That is pretty much the entire reason why Tenwu's in the deck. For situations like that. I do not know why he would not trade. That does not make a lot of sense to me. Okay, let's neutralize him. I think I would rather trade these small guys. I would rather trade like that. The reason for that being that it gives us more taunts. Taunts can help prevent him from coming back and finishing the game with like a crazy Rockbiter Doomhammer combo. How much damage is that actually? Because Doomhammer is oh my bad. I had to go for lethal there. Doomhammer's 5, right? Wait, Doomhammer is 2. It has 8 charges. It is Wind Fury, so it can attack twice. So that's 4. With the Rockbiter, that's 10. If he had 2 Rockbiters, that could have been lethal. Like, Doomhammer, Rockbiter is 12 damage, plus the 8. Right? 12 damage, plus the 4. Plus the 4, so 16. 16, yeah, so he could have potentially finished this off. Traded that down. And he had the Doomhammer Double Rockbiter combo. Okay. Maybe I should just keep playing this deck until I lose. And then try the Miracle back. Yeah, I like that plan. We have to play 3 games total as Rogue. And yeah, Miracle is pretty fun to play, guys. Like, there were few things as fantastic in this game as a Miracle finish.
Valera versus Nemzi.
Let's have some fun.
Remember my blades.
Okay, we're gonna mulligan like this. We get Pilot Shredder and Plague Proto-Drake. Not ideal. Plague Proto-Drake is not gonna come
I see you brought guests.
till late in the game. And even in the late game, I'd say he's actually quite slow. Because by turn 8, your opponent's probably out more than a few answers for an 8-8. Especially Warlock. Like, this guy is probably going to beat us to the punch. Yeah, sure, why not? I kind of like the idea of pickpocketing turn 2 here. Spawn of Deathwing could come in handy. Discard a random card. Not great. If this guy's a handlock.
They're not trapped. They're my pets.
Okay. Fragments. I think I'm gonna do this. Abomination. All these seem bad. I guess Mechanical Yeti.
Cold shot steel.
Okay. Right tap. Probably going to be a Piloted Shredder. Baron's Trapper can make this cost 3. Trapper is a little bit slow on this board. I could play it next turn with a coin and follow that up with Mechanical Yeti. Do like a Trapper Yeti combo. Spawn a Deathwing, not really useful at this stage of the game. I would only really like a spawn a Deathwing on something that's scary. Shotbot. Cannonball, he says. I like the sound of this. If I play this, he's probably going to go all in.
So
Probably.
many
Should I trade in the Shotbot? I don't think so. I think that's a mistake. Reconnaissance. Pulling back the Spawn and Deathwing just in case. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay. He still has pretty good board. 3.4. Sure.
You never know what you're gonna catch.
Okay, go! Tums! He's already used some removal. He might still have removal for this, but we'll see. She could help us speed out this pilot shredder, and then we might get something else that's further reduced with reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is a little bit of a gamble because we don't know what we're getting yet. Attacking health. Draw. Yeah, draw. I think I'm gonna clear his board. Actually, we can't quite. We could if we use spawn on Deathwing, but yeah. So I could like attack in. Sledge attacks him. Baron's attacks the Quillboard guy. Followed up with the Plagued Proto. That's probably our best mark, though. Best bet. Hold a reversing switch back for combo potential. Say hello to my little friend. Might as well ramp them out, right? All Barons is still on the board. What's cool is we could Valera into a double reconnaissance. And actually, Valera might not be bad in that Malagos build. Miracle deck. Because every single one of those shadows. Okay, annoying. Hysteria. Yep, Hysteria. Valera could give you stealth, and then her shadow reflections can clone all of your abilities. It can give you more mileage. The problem with Valera is she's gonna take a minute to do. Lucky Soul Hoarder 3/4 taunt. I actually gave it taunt. Can I combo Perditions? Yes, I can. This seems pretty bad. Yeah. Grixis the Voracious. Discard your hand, Death Rattle, draw 3 cards. It seems just really bad.
So many options.
I think I'm gonna take this. Okay, we're gonna go like this. Combo Perditions.
Cold sharp.
Trade. Okay. The option of comboing these two. Have come turn. The main reason why Valera would be good in that deck, the Miracle deck, is because you gain stealth. Stealth, and then the Death Shadow is also pretty good for Miracle. Okay, Malkarok was inside. Okay.
I didn't ditch class to get second place.
I wonder if this would be good. Raise Dead. Yeah, I don't know. Because we've had like Sledge Belcher die, Plate Proto die. Maybe Infestation. I'll take Raise Dead. I think it has better strategic value. That'll do. A piloted shredder. I actually feel fine about having the spawn of Deathwing in my, because it will discard a card, but I have a lot of cards in my hand that are not super good. Like the reversing switch, I haven't been able to use it yet. Too situational. Raised Dead is also situational. I haven't really had many powerful minions die. I was actually quite lucky to get Pilot Shredder and Sludge Belcher back instead of their summons. Because, yeah, we could have gotten the Sludge. We could have gotten the Slime.
You face
Jiraxis.
Lord of the Burning Legion.
Interesting play. Very interesting play. We don't see him as much anymore. It's quite rare now. Gonna go for the Pilot Shredder. Inside was a encumbered pack mule. And you draw this, add a copy to your hand. Interesting card. Sneeds. I actually think I'm going to do it. He is incredibly slow, but we have a ton on board, so I feel a little bit more comfortable playing him now.
Cold sharp steel.
Sure.
Cold sharp steel.
Okay. Soul Fragment. We basically just need to stay on top of him. We can use Spawn of Deathwing to help us do that. Because he might fall behind on board. Well, he is behind on board, but if he falls further behind on board, that could be an easy win for us. Sociologist Militia, Breach Soul Fragment, summon 3/3, the rush, okay. He's gonna try to even the odds this turn. Might be able to. He's got enough of those rushers so we can pretty much clear most of our board. Can't quite clear everything. Okay, so I think I trade like this. This goes here. I think Spawn goes into this. I don't have enough to go face. I have 8 damage on board represented. Yeah. So not much. I think I should play this first. Very nice. We lose the backstab. Gotta be careful here. We have Hallucinate. And Valera. The only problem with Valera again is she will replace her hero power. Wow, this is amazing. Destroy 3 enemy minions for 4. Yeah, I'm thinking the development team thought this was balanced because it's random, but this is still incredibly powerful. Because, again, it's 3 enemy minions. You can only have 7 minions total on your board, so you thought that this card is amazing compared to like Assassinate, for example. Like, it's actually good. Oh boy. Nefarian. I don't think I'm gonna win this game.
Beyond your understanding.
Ritual. I kinda wanna hallucinate. Recruit a demon. There are no demons in my deck, right? I don't think so. Let's see. Deal 2 damage to a minion. If it dies, restore 3 health to your hero. I think all these suck. I think this is pretty much. I think he's won the game. Yeah. He can trade these. Go face. Summon another 6/6 elemental. I mean, I could try to Hail Mary with the Valera Yogg Saron combo, but I think that's pretty much all I could do. Take this, he might cause us to discard Yogg Saron, speaking of which. Yep, there's one. Is he gonna get both of them though? No, it doesn't look like he will. I hate this card so freaking much. Zephyrs. Something that clears the board, please, Zephyrs. We can Valera, but I don't know. It's a little bit risky if I go for Natalie Saline. I think it's much safer to Twisting Nether this board. I don't even think that was the best play because he's gonna be able to come right back with more elementals. So yeah, fully expect that he will come back. Yeah. I mean, we could raise dead into Zephyrs again, play another Zephyrs.
You cannot escape the shadow of death.
Will this break my stealth? Actually, not sure. I think it will. And I didn't need to do it this turn anyway. I'm burning my Yogg. If I could try the other Yogg, I think we're okay, but I think Yogg is pretty much our only chance. We don't have enough burst to get this guy down. Umbra. Sure. Yeah, Ray's dead. Yeah, I think that's game. Yeah. Did you?
Lovely. The day is yours.
We could not win. Not enough board clears. Okay, let's try Miracle. I would say Valera would be quite good. And maybe even Evasion could be good in this deck too. Because it's making you immune for an entire turn. That seems pretty dang amazing in this deck. Because it could give you time to set up.
Valera versus Jaina.
I'll think about subbing in those Evasion cards.
Remember my blades.
So there are cards that you can use to buy time in the early game. Like, I don't think I want to Eviscerate now. Here's your Drake.
I see you brought guests.
Exodia. Actually, I could also try doing with Exodia.
I see you brought guests.
Because of the amount of what's it called? Like cantrip. Both of these do it. It's not called shuffle, it's like cycling. Like Magic's version of cycling. Like filter to filter. Because it's got so many of these cards that draw cards, you could draw into it pretty soon, I think. Girl, we would like to play with this. Okay, we could stab that down, or we could fan. I'm gonna fan it.
Cold, sharp steel.
Attack into it. Could coin out and Azure next turn. Arcane Intellect. He may have removal for it. And I don't know how I feel about blowing a coin so early on. With this guy sitting in our hand. Like, this guy is basically gonna go nuts with all these spells. Okay, that's bad. Coin. But as you can see, he's not really doing damage to us, so I'm not exactly sure how good it would be for us to have those evasions in the deck. Like, it definitely depends on how many minions are in my opponent's deck. If they're mostly spell-based like I am, that's not great. Is this summon a 3/3? Summon a random. This is so good. I would love to do that, but I'm not sure I can. I think I should coin here. Coin tooth. Yeah. Made a mistake. Forgot that guy was gonna die. I had to coin first. I hate when I do that. Okay, we're gonna Razor Petal Volley here.
Cold, sharp steel.
I really need to set up for this guy to come down. That was kind of sucky for him to get. Lay on hands. Interesting choice. Sir Finley. I believe this is an ice block. Which is quite good.
Cold, sharp steel.
Okay. Getting closer. Embalming. Destroy a minion, shuffle 3 worthless Empson to hit deck. Not the auctioneer. For the love of God. Okay. What do you take? I can't remember. Oh, Grow. Okay. I'm like, please. Please, no. This card is so freaking salt-inducing. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Okay, we're gonna go like this. We gotta be a little bit careful about how we do this. I actually don't know. I'd guess that. Hunger. Okay, do I Shadow Step to protect him? I think I do.
Choose soon.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The splendor of magic.
You have to be a little bit careful too, because we do have. I forgot about the Mass Resurrection. So we would be able to, like, resurrect the auctioneer.
I have become one with the boy.
We're gonna burn a card.
My hand is too full.
Conceal. We would have had a hard time playing at this game anyhow. Okay, I kind of like that idea.
I got the best deals anyway.
Try some of these. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mr. Strike. Master Resurrection is freaking hilarious. Deep breath. That sucks. Dude, how does he keep getting this? It's so strong. Somebody random forecast meaning instead it becomes a 7 drop. Only I had a conceal for that. Let's see, should I do these? It's going wild, it's a good sign. Mystery. That's a good one. Quite good. Okay. Tiny toys. I have no idea what that does. Blur. Okay, I can deal 5 damage to this. Effigy. Frozen. What? Dragonfire clears the board as usual. I also need to be careful because Mass Resurrect is also going to suck now. I just realized that. Like, it's actually going to suck. This could be good though. So we could Conjurer's Calling. Why you gotta do me like that?
Whoops. My hand is too full.
So annoying, dude. Where the heck is my other conceal?
I never said whether I was a good witch or a bad witch.
Yeah, that was annoying. I think I'm actually just gonna play this again. Again, we could Conjurer's Call it into Master Resurrection. Like, that seems incredibly good. That's fine. You have no cards in hand, that's fine. No problem. Oh, you still have 1 Yogg left. Kodo. I don't even think he can clear
I never
this.
said whether I was a good witch or a bad.
Yeah, it couldn't even clear it. Shadow Step. Pretty powerful. Okay, so we go like this. Take his big guy off. Do this. Okay, we got him back. Let's use this as an opportunity to do this. And Shadow Step. The Jailer. Actually, it's a very interesting card, Whirlpool. Annoying. That cost me my second Gadget Xanto. It sucks. So I kinda hate kinda like playing this Malagos. I'll draw 4 spells, right? Okay, kind of have to do something here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And should I Shadow Step? No, I don't think I should. I think I'm gonna Razor Petal. It'd have been a lot better with the other Malagos out, saying that. But again, we have all this other firepower. He's gonna play his Yogg. This is a pretty cool card in this deck, Malagos Spellweaver. Please. Destroy yourself, please. Thank you. Please keep destroying yourself. Thank you. Do what you can to destroy yourself. Don't destroy my Malagos. He's been good to me. He's helped me this game. And this deck doesn't really have healing. It's the only problem. Actually, not the worst. Not the worst Yogg for me. Should I Yogg? Because I could Shadow Step my own Yogg. I think maybe I should do this first. Let me trade first. Attack. Here's your drink. Backstab. Okay, I really want to get rid of stuff. That's bad. Head crack. Wicked Stab is quite powerful. Yeah, let's Wicked Stab. Should I Sinister Strike? Sure. And yeah, again, this Malagos is gonna be impossible to combo this game, sadly. But we'll be able to Yox around Shadow Step. Amazing Reno. He's 19 health. Super annoying. That's the reason why we use your Drake first. Okay. Behold! Yeah. Break through all of your armor with the head crack. And dude, if we Yogg's around with Malagos on the board, it's gonna pump all of Yogg's spells. So please don't kill him. No. Don't do it. Do not hurt my Malagos. What is wrong with you? He is the essence of magic. You're a mage. What are you doing? You monster. You monster. How could you destroy the master of magic? You're yourself beholden to magic. Alright, fine. I think he's an Ice Block up, which is extremely annoying. Okay. Don't just attack yourself, Yogg. Get him. Please, get him. Dude, what are you doing? Get him! Thank you. He has 3 things on board. Oh, and it discarded my Shadow Step? That sucks. That was one of my main combos.
Amazing, like me.
Very good. Very good. Very bad. Can he not get something good this game? Look how many spells Yogg had. Dude, why did you have to discard the Shadow Step? Yogg, why? That was one of the main ways that you could come back. Without that, we're running pretty low on threats, actually. We've been through both Malagos, both Malagai, and we've been through both Yoggs, actually. We could still technically win this. With pure burn. Ranker. Sucks. That also sucks. How did he get this? I guess he already had it in his deck. Wait, it was created by Fauna Power, never mind. What? This costs 8, that sucks. Those appendages. Wait, when it attacks? Okay, never mind. Okay, here we go. Sap. Everything is gonna get doubled thanks to this guy. I don't know about those. Prep is good. So let's see. Prep. Head crack. Gonna have to think carefully about this. Head crack. We're getting close to death. No worries, we're close to death.
Don't make me use my big magic.
Yeah, there was very little we could actually do. Head crack. 3 head cracks back.
Don't make me use my big magic.
That really sucks he got that back. That really sucks. That mech is pretty powerful, actually. Again, when he plays it again, he's gonna get 2 mechs back. And would evasion have really made a practical difference in this game? I don't think it would have. I don't think evasion would have made a difference. Valera, maybe. Contains 9 cards. What's funny is I could actually, if I sat this, it wouldn't go back into his hand. Part of the problem. Let's coin. Let's say triple head crack. Triple head crack is pretty funny. Okay, ice block. CP cannot die next turn.
Don't make me use my big magic.
Triple head crack, dude. Triple head crack. We have more than enough ammo. And this card also got nerfed. It used to look so much cooler.
To match wits with me.
It used to have a club hitting a skull. It looks so cool, the original artwork for head crack.
I have an idea.
And they ended up making it more cartoony.
It isn't often I'm
And this
impressed.
artwork doesn't really show a head crack, right? Like it's showing someone shooting a slingshot, a goblin shooting a slingshot at someone's head. How is that a head crack? Head crack is when you hit someone with the head. Dude, he got 11 armor. Please don't play another ice block. For goodness sake. Oh man, we could go for a slow burn Chromagus play. How many more threats do we have in our deck?
So many options.
Not many, I know that. Let me try to coin. Crack, crack, crack. Get my cracks back. And we can be able to do it all again next turn. And he doesn't have ice block again. We actually won this game. If we can pull it off. With a triple head crack combo. Recruiting Master. Strength in numbers. Buffing Kings. We can zap that, by the way. Almost regardless, we had this game. He hit another block? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. Dude, the triple head crack strategy. Triple head crack. I'm telling you, head crack is not bad in this thing. I just wish it still had the original artwork. That's probably the biggest disappointment about this card now. Is the cartoony artwork it has now. And sadly, I don't think we ever had it in gold. Sadly. But yeah, that's basically Miracle World. pretty much got to see how Auctioneer originally functioned in the deck. Like, it basically works as a draw engine. And you throw down your Auctioneer, and then you can either Shadow Step him the way we did, or you could Conceal him, follow it up with like 3 or 4 spells. If your opponent doesn't have a full board clear, next turn you could basically cycle through your whole deck using the Auctioneer. You know, Sap, Backstab, Eviscerate. You can double up on those head cracks like we just saw. And if you're able to make those things cost less with like Thorson or something, like you can pretty much just keep pinging away at your opponent. Head crack, head crack, head crack. Eviscerate, Wicked Stab, Shiv. I think Thorson is the only way that makes spells cost less, right? Thorson and coins. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But that was a pretty fun game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fun. Pretty much everything that I loved about Miracle. And sadly, we didn't really get to see Malygos shine in that game. I mean, there are some games where Malygos will like if you can get Thorson on Malygos, have a couple preps, and then like follow it up with like Sinister Strikes, all these other spells like Shiv, Tooth and Nefarian, like he can destroy your opponent. And actually, it's kind of funny. Brian Kibler used to have a deck with Malygos, and he used to call it like his firework mage. And it was like a very similar concept. Like, he would get Malygos down, and he would have like all of his arcane missiles go off. With Malygos on the board, you have 5 + 3, 8 missiles going out at your opponent. And yeah, it can make for some pretty stinking fun games if you're able to pull him off. Like, this guy is probably the superstar of the deck. And then these guys help out too. I think the deck is overall pretty solid, actually, just as is. Like with both Malagai and both Yogs, I think there are enough threats in the deck for it to be capable of finishing out a decent amount of games. If I'm seeing a lot of rush strategies, I might want to swap out these saps for evasions. But based on that last game, he was a lot more like our deck. Like, it was more like a mirror match, or he was like spell mage. Yeah, he was basically a spell mage, and so he didn't really have as many minions. So that's why I was saying, like, I don't think evasion was that good in that matchup. But against a more like mid-range or tempo-based strategy, aggressive tempo or mid-range strategy, evasions could be better than Zap. But I think for most matchups, Zap might actually be better, because it stalls your opponent. Yeah, because what's good about this is it gives you it buys you an entire turn. So you can get evasion down. Yeah, maybe these are actually better than Zap, because it also says after your hero takes damage. So this could buy you an entire turn. Yeah, could. But yeah, that's basically the build. You could swap a couple of cards out here and there. Like, if you have 2 Groats in the modern version of Miracle, you're probably going to want to run 2 Groats, because Groat is amazing for this type of deck. Deal 2 damage to the enemy hero, shuffle 2 bleeds into your deck to deal 2 more when drawn. And I was actually toying with the idea of even putting Cthulhu in the deck. Cthulhu the Shattered, by the way, not the old Cthulhu, but the new Cthulhu. Because that Cthulhu functions like Exodia. And one thing you see that you saw in the last game is this deck is pretty fast, right? Even though there are 40 cards in the deck, because of all your draw engines, you're like flying through your deck. Like you're cycling through your deck pretty fast. And because of that, you're going to mill yourself faster. Like you're going to go into fatigue faster than your opponent many times, but that also means that, again, those Cthulhu cards, you're going to be able to draw into them much faster too. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. And yeah, there are some games, if you're playing this deck, that you'll find that you basically can draw your entire deck with Gadgets and Auctioneer. And actually, this card also got nerfed. It used to be 5 mana, as I recall. I mean, even post nerf with it moving to 6 mana, there were still people calling for nerfs on this card. In the old days of Miracle Rogue, because it's basically a combo machine, this card. And yeah, there are games, again, I said, where you'll have him on board, and maybe he was protected with a Concealer or something, maybe he was just hanging out on board for a turn, and the next turn you have 10 mana and you got his Zen on board. And even just 2 or 3 spells in your hand, you're going to be able to draw through pretty much your entire deck. As you play a spell, like Sinister Strike, you're going to draw a spell, Eviscerate. You play Eviscerate, you're going to draw another spell, Grow. And like before you know it, you're drawing like half of your deck with Gadgetzan. Or yeah, in some games, your entire deck with Gadgetzan. Counter argument that I would see to maybe not including Cthulhu Shattered in the deck is that his pieces, I believe, are... I love this card. It's too bad you can't see the old artwork, because that was freaking amazing, the old art. Yeah. And there were some games where you'd have head crack, and it would like catch your opponent off guard, because no one expects you to be running head crack. No one does. For you to be running 2 head cracks, like, you will pretty much never run out of steam this deck. Head crack with Malagos on the board, it's for 7 damage. 1 head crack. And you can do that every single turn. With an Azure Drake or Thalanos on the board, it's for 3. But the true value of head crack is you can keep playing it over and over again, and it synergizes with all of your spell damage minions. It synergizes with Azure Drake. It synergizes with Gadgetzan. It does synergize with Thorson as well, because Thorson takes it down to 2. You're gonna be able to head crack for 2. It's gonna make it easier to combo as well. So it's something to consider. Yeah, mainly the artwork on Headcrack got nerfed. I think it used to be nerfed as well. I think it used to be cheaper or something like that, but yeah, remember, you have to look at the card. I don't look at the history. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with more Spiritfarer and Phoenix, for sure. I'll probably wrap up with more Wrath gameplay, and I might follow up with more Hearthstone as well to try to get these quests pumped out. But yeah, there you have it, guys. You can also donate Venmo Stormer Show. Thanks for all the support that this show receives. Hope you all have a nice night.